Oh boy. Hi everybody. Hi. Hi everybody, every booty, every butt out there, every butt with two cheeks, every butt with some hair, every butt with some freckles. Hi. Welcome back to the letter. We're on the next bro, we're on the next person, we're on the next human being, which is Zachary. Hell yeah. So we're gonna get some fresh spooks. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. Because Zachary's our bro. Zachary's our bud. He started out with a very creepy... This bothers me. This makes me uncomfortable. The pleasant aroma hits me long before I cross the threshold. Faint but light and warm, a reminder of what home is. It's weird because whenever it changes characters, my reading just kind of shifts to what that character is like. Pa's stern but commending gaze, Ma's tender smile, the sunlight filtering through the eaves of the morning, and the distant smell of cinnamon and vanilla as it drifts through the air every time something cooks from the room. Our room, Ma and Pa's pride and joy. My sister and I too, eventually, but we ain't allowed there. Not yet. Not until we're taller and older. What room? Not until we've learned how to take care of ourselves and not burn our hands or reach out the cupboards without having to be lifted.
But a little peek wouldn't hurt, yeah?
Yeah. The floorboards are cold under my... This humming is like... The humming is bothering me. What's your relationships like, though? You are just so for Isabella right now. My god. The floorboards are cold under my feet more than it usually is. The walls are more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes. My singing ceases and Pa.
Oh, please wait. I'll be good. I'll sleep on time.
What?
Don't go.
Oh, he's dreaming. He's probably dreaming. I can't hear Pa. What the fuck? Not above the raucous clanging and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting soft melodies. What? There's only the blinding fear. When my foot slips, the red sea that catches me is bitter and frigid, but the blood that drips in my hand is warm. It ain't my blood. My walls tumble. The walls tumble and everything goes quiet. That's a fucked up dream, my dude. That's a fucked up dream. That keyboard, though. Those are big keys. Man. Is this how small apartments in London are? Because my studio's bigger than this shit. I didn't read that. Despite the pleasant chill the AC brings, my shirt is clinging tightly to me and my blanket, a tangled mess around my throat. Morning has not arrived yet.
Way too early for this thing, man.
Way too early for the feels, man. I like your fish foot mat you got there. And too long. Too long since the last time I've woken up drenched in my own sweat, head littered with thoughts that are gone as soon as my eyes open. All too often, only imprints of brief images are left to haunt me for the rest of the day, or until my mind forgets about it. Egad, whichever comes first. Yet vivid or not, what little I can remember does matter. Regardless, the desperation sticks, clawing up, pushing, urging me to reveal every moment, every sensation, and... Not again! There's a twinkle in Ma's eyes when she looks up from her work floor dusting her nose and cheeks. The scent of freshly baked bread wafts from the oven as soon as Pa opens it, and homely fragrance of honey fills the room. He reaches up to wipe the small beads of sweat away from his forehead before gesturing for me to come closer the moment he spots me on my little hiding place behind the door. I expected him to be angry, but his pat on my back when I come within his arms reaches encouraging enough. We'll have to taste these before we put it up for sale tomorrow. You up for it, little man? Is it good enough? Whew. A knot cuts through the air before I can answer. Sharp, heavy, demanding, familiar. So distantly familiar. Ma ushers me out of the kitchen and Pa moves to answer it. But I know what waits outside. The taste of blood in my mouth sends an unpleasant churning in my gut. What? Ma's apron crinkles under my tight grip. Go away, please. I'm having a moment. Oops. Something snaps back into place. My bed remains in an utter disarray, the walls still need a new paint job, and the wall clock ticking opposite my bed is unsettling as ever. How can anybody sleep with the clock that ticks? I cannot. Just tick, tick, tick. Just over and over again. Never stops. It's like it's mocking you. Ash is right. I didn't read that. I should have already replaced that when I had the chance.
No longer there, Zachary. Here and there, miles apart.
Where though?
Calm down. Breathe.
Where though? That chair looks so uncomfortable. The pressure of my own fingers against my temple is a welcome sensation over the anxiety gripping me. It never really did anything to stave off the headache sure to follow after this, but it grounds me. A little reminder that I'm safe away from the place I once called home from Ma and Pa's. What do you want? The urgency with each rap that follows finally chases away the ghost threatening to hang around. When anyone thinks it's a good idea to knock at someone else's door, the slight confuses me. Nana would usually chase them away with a broom if she was here. But no matter, it's a welcome break from the thoughts about to take morbid turn if it left festering. It's probably just Ash anyway, looking for a place to crash. Looking for a place to crash. Wonders of wonders why he's bothering with the courtesy when he never did before. Even with that hunch, though, habit compels me to check who it is first through the peephole. Better safe than sorry, they say. Except the person that greets me on the side ain't him. Unless his hair... Oh. Suddenly I had the slightest suspicion that it was the ghost, and I'm like, nuh-uh, man. Unless his hair grew long overnight and started wearing a ponytail, of course, which I highly doubt will happen anytime soon, no matter how funny that looks in my head. I waste no time opening the latch.
Isabella.
You look spooked. Are you spooked? There's something I can't quite pinpoint in her eyes when she looks up. Her face is pallid shade. What kind of color is that? Shoulders tense, breathing heavy, an uncontrollable shaking in her hand she tries to hold back. Hide if I didn't know any better. Oh.
Hey, Zach. Sorry. I know it's weird for me to show up at this hour, but you are the closest to my office, and...
No. It's perfectly fine. I'm not really working on anything right now. Do you want to come in?
Just trying to get rid of these... Hello?
Is it alright? I know you should be sleeping at this hour, but I thought... I'm sorry, I just thought... I have no idea why I went here. My feet just moved on their own after I got out of the office, and...
What the fuck is this?
Sorry.
Get out! No. I don't want to personalize my desktop. Please leave. Oh my god. Yes, make a new folder, and I can get you out of my life. Hello? Okay. She trails off, her voice lost in the muggy night air. I don't know what that was. I wait for her to say more, but instead her only response is a downward shift of her gaze, back to her still trembling hands as if the motion alone is enough of an explanation. A minuscule gesture, easy to miss if one's not paying attention. But for someone who has seen the same expression on the mirror, done the same thing too many times when night terrors are inevitable, it's not...
Hey, don't worry about it. At least you not. Ash just barges in and crashes on the couch whenever he feels like it.
I don't see a couch around here, but that's okay.
I swear that guy is one fine hairline away from being a criminal. Besides, you already know you can count on me whenever.
Without waiting for an answer, I step away from the door and saunter over to the... The fuck is that, though? The fucking kitchen. For a few good seconds, Stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Only the clinking of plates can be heard above the constant tick-tock. I like how his first solution is, I gotta make some food, man. Late as it may be for a snack, the familiar motions keep me occupied, steering my mind away from the dangerous thoughts. That makes me a little nervous. Is Zach okay? Isabella's company is not unwelcome either. Whatever her reasons for showing up at such an hour doesn't matter. I'll be... Get the fuck off me, get off. This moth just decided to just latch onto my arm. I'll be damned if I just turn her away, frazzled as she is. The door clicks shut behind her as she finally enters, feet scuffling softly against the tilted floor. In all the years I've known her, she has never once lost her upbeat spirit. Yet in this particular moment, as she stands in my doorway, holding her arms close to herself, it's as if I'm looking at someone completely withdrawn from the person I've come to know in all these years.
Do you want a drink or eat anything? I haven't restocked my food stash yet, so ingredients may be a bit limited. But I'm sure I can whip something up with what I have here.
Just water will do, please.
I think this is after she got it, after, like, how do I explain this? This is after the end of Isabella's chapter. There you go.
Thanks, Zach.
What? No additional food requests? That's new. I'll put something together for you anyway.
You know he grew up right. He's like, I don't care if you're hungry, I'm gonna make you some food.
Hey, feel free to make yourself at home.
Yeah.
You ain't exactly a new visitor here. Although my room's not at its most presentable right now. Sorry. New freelance gigs and
Have you
such.
seen Isabella's apartment? This place is just so neat.
Didn't have time to fix things up here lately.
It's okay. I don't mind.
I'm sorry, his apartment just looks so clean and perfect. Usually she'd have some more to say about that. A quip, a witty remark to provoke a laughter or two. Nothing from her this time. Only a weak smile before she takes a seat on the couch and a silence that stretches out until what we left hanging feels Oh, I'm so good at using my tongue in my mouth. Before everything turns stifling and awkward, I continue talking, if only to keep the dead air at bay. I was once supposed to keep conversation going when the person you're talking to is like this.
Anyway, gigs. Can you believe this one client we got? Boss had all my schedule shoots shifted after they caught wind of this couple buying a new property.
You know, you could ask her what's wrong, or no, okay.
Man, must be nice to have all the money in the world. The world itself moves for you, huh?
She curled up on one side of the couch, hugging her knees close when I bring the tray carrying the sandwiches and water she requested. She starts to straighten up as I'm unloading the contents, but pauses as soon as I hold up my hand in a halting gesture.
You're a guest. Didn't I say you're free to make yourself at home? Here's your water. Careful.
There's a tremor in her hands, though lighter now. Still hasn't subsided when she reaches out for the glass. I give her a questioning look, but she is quick to avert her eyes, keeping herself occupied by taking a small gulps of water. Maybe she just doesn't want me asking questions. Worrying. The sudden loss of words, this bout of quiet not normally not normally present in our chats. It's so weird reading without music and just this sound. The sound of air conditioning, really. Even the creaking of the old chair when I usually take a seat is a welcome break. Although the company is familiar, this has gone way past unnerving.
Overtime at work?
Doesn't answer immediately. Another gulp drains her glass of its remaining contents. One would think it would be enough to help her recover, yet she doesn't lose her taut grip on the glass she cradles on her lap. Her eyes take an unfocused gaze when she speaks again.
Yeah. Boss handed me extra work today. After what happened to Rose.
Rose? Why do I feel like you've mentioned her before? Sorry, I'm better with remembering faces than names.
She was my coworker. That will take some getting used to. I was just talking to her the other day.
Was? Did she resign or something? I think I'm missing a few details here, Bella.
You've never met her. I think I did mention her once or twice.
My hands smell really good.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry.
You probably heard her name recently from the news than me.
Something clicks then. A little memory of from the night before. The bright red light from the dark room, the strong odor of the... Sorry. I just got so confused there. The bright red light from the dark room, the strong odor of the stop bath, the television's barely audible murmur in the background, and a glimpse of a bloody room. The news is everywhere in the morning that follows. I just didn't think its effects will strike someone this close to me.
Damn. I didn't mean to bring that up.
Is this such a heavy episode?
No, like I said, it'll take some getting used to, but it'll get better. I hope it will. Things might become a little busier for me, though. She left a lot of things unfinished, and I'm one of the few people in the office who knows how she works. Boss thinks the transition will be easier if I handle it.
That explains it. Well, just don't forget you still need rest. Even the most hard-working people I know don't keep hours as late as this. Hell, the subway stopped running hours ago. Crime rate might be lower here than most places, but that doesn't mean you can walk around freely in the middle of the night.
Are you yelling at her?
It's just for today.
Still a good thing you dropped by here first. I'm not just about to let you walk out here alone, especially not in the middle of the night. Who knows what else could happen? I'm not saying you should go right now, but I could accompany you home if you...
No! Wait, please!
What is on my arm? Get the hell off, you bug! The vehement tension in her voice makes me pause. Is an instant that the mask's been keeping up falls apart, only for a short while. Right then and there, I understood what was hiding behind her unfocused stare from the moment she arrived. Fear. Pure, unadulterated fear. It's disturbing to see such marring in her... in her usual upbeat... Oh, I want to die right now. Oh, my vocabulary is about the size of a notebook. With a sigh, I cross the small distance separating us and kneel in front of her. She doesn't flinch when I do so. However, she appears to make herself smaller against the couch. Is telling enough.
Bella, this ain't just about your coworker, is it? What is it really about? I'm all ears.
The sound of glass shattering runs through the air as soon as her hold on it loosens. In the span of a few seconds, her breathing grows labored.
I don't know anymore.
She claps her hands over her ears, pressing it tightly against one side of her head. Her voice... Is this episode gonna go completely without music? Her voice grows weaker with each word, each plea coming out of her mouth.
Please don't leave me alone. I don't want to be alone right now. I can't shake it off. Everywhere's not safe and...
Alright, Isabella. Look at me. Look at me.
My hands are firm on her shoulder when I pull her up to look at me. It takes every force of will to ignore the terror in her eyes in favor of taking control of the situation. Too close, too similar.
Breathe. Breathe. You're safe here. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Stay in the present.
My cat is behind me and he found a bag of ferret treats and he's trying to get into it. How can a cat smell through a package, though? It's not even opened.
No one's gonna hurt you. Do you want to talk about it?
Stop it! Stop playing with the toy. I'm trying to read. The force with which she shakes her head is enough reason to drop the topic altogether.
No more. Please. No more. I don't want to remember anymore.
Kate, no more talking. I won't ask anymore.
Let's watch TV.
Can I get you anything? Another glass of water? I think I have a tub of that pistachio ice cream you love so much. We're gonna have to clean this mess first. Will you be fine on your own for a little while?
I mean, he'll be like 2 feet away. She nods lightly before retreating into herself again. No more words are exchanged after that, and I take that as my cues to start cleaning the shards littering the floor before either one of us get hurt. The quiet hum of the AC is a pleasant distraction as I go over to the menial task. More so... Just my cat. Stop. He's trying so hard to get into those streets, man. More so than her ragged draws of breath, or my little feeble attempts to tell a quick story or two. I didn't read that right at all. I didn't, but I read it anyway, and you're gonna have to deal with it. But the latter does the trick. And soon enough, she's already drifted off by the time I return with the promised glass of water, her chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm, the strain on her shoulders gone. Frankly, I've never seen her so still. She mumbles something I don't quite catch when I carry her to the empty bed and hugs herself tighter against the mess of blankets. In spite of the fact that she appears relaxed, a small frown on her face hasn't quite disappeared. Whatever happened to her won't be leaving her anytime soon. But for her sake, I hope I will stay along with her. But no matter what promises I've made, this is the kind of fear no person could shield from her from. I should know. There are still questions left to be answered. But the late hour, coupled with the sudden exhaustion, made my old couch more comfortable bed than it typically is. What is going on? Darkness immediately welcomes me as soon as my head hits the makeshift pillow. I can only wish the dreams will keep its distance from now. For both of us. That entire episode was just quiet. Just... Whew. I cannot believe that took 20 minutes to read. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm gonna end this episode here. It was a weird episode. It was kind of a mundane episode. I'll make it up for that in the next one. Anyway, bye-bye. Buzz buzz.